Hey guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about portraits, whether it be a self-portrait, which is a picture of you made by you, or a portrait of somebody else. It could be your friend or family member. Either way, we all start to draw them the same way. Now, when I was a kid, I had trouble drawing portraits. I didn't know the proportions. I thought I could just stick my eyes wherever, so they usually ended up right here. Okay? So today I want to show you how to map out your face and make sure that we can get the proportions correct. And one way we can do that is to use fractions. So check out this video on how to draw portraits and draw along with me if you can. Thanks guys.
Alright, so today we're going to draw a portrait. Some of you may have drawn a portrait before. Maybe you haven't drawn one with me, or maybe you have and it's been a while and you might have forgot some of the steps. So let's take this together step by step. I'm going to start out with an oval shape for my head. Now, ovals kind of look like eggs or potatoes, but I'm going to take up a lot of my paper drawing a big oval shape. I'm going to try to just draw one myself here. There's my potato oval. I'm using a Sharpie today so you can see it better in the video. If you have a pencil at home, I think that would be easier to draw with, or if you want to use a marker, you can follow me with that. Alright, now that I have my potato head, I'm going to divide it up a little bit. I'm going to use a thinner Sharpie to show you these guidelines that are going to help me make sure I make the correct proportions of the face. Because laying out a face can be tricky if you don't know where things go. You will end up making a more cartoon face. And we want to make a realistic face. So the first line goes up and down right through the middle. This line has a very special name. This line is called the line of symmetry. Does anybody have a guess as to what symmetry means? If you guess that that means everything on both sides are the same, then you're right. So if I draw an eyeball right here, then I need to draw an eyeball about the same spot on this side. Not lower, not higher, not outside of my oval, but in the same spot on each side. Now the next line. I'm going to do the same by splitting this in two halves, but this time I'm going to go horizontal. So halfway across is about right here. Alright, this horizontal line has now taken my whole face and split it in two parts. Two halves, right? If this was one half of my face from the top to this line, and this is one half of my face from this line to the bottom. So I've split the whole in two halves. Now, I'm going to split it again. This time I'm going to start where the line I just drew, and I'm going to split it halfway between this line and my chinny chin chin down here. So I'm going to go about halfway. It's going to be about right here. I'm going to draw this line across. If I said that this from the middle to the bottom was half of our face, what are these little sections? Does anybody know what one half of one half is? 1/4. So now this is 1/4 of my face, and this is 1/4 of my face. I've got one more guideline for you. Between the line we just drew and our chinny chin chin, we're going to draw one more line. And guess what? You are going to split it in half. So halfway right here, I'm going to draw another line across. Alright, here's the math side of things. What would this section be of my face compared to my whole face? This is half of my face. This is 1/4 of my face. How much of my face is this? If you guessed 1/8, then you would be correct. So I just split this up, and now this is 1/8 of my face. So if I was to split it up into 8 parts and draw a line here, and draw 3 more lines up here, this would be 1/8 of my face. One of those 8 parts. Now I have all my guidelines, but I haven't labeled these 3. So these 3 have special names too. This one is for my eyes. This line is for my nose. And what else am I missing? Yep, you got it. This line is my mouth. Now that we have used our fractions and we've divided our face, we can get the accurate proportions to make our face look realistic. So if I'm drawing eyes, the most simple way to draw eyes is to draw a football, or if you want to, you could call it a frowny face curve, a frowny smile, and then a smile, and you can connect those two together. Again, using my line of symmetry, I'm going to put it on this line. I'm thinking about this much from the middle. That's where the other eyeball needs to start, and I'll draw another football on that side, and I'm trying to keep it the same size. Now that I have my football shapes, I'm going to draw a circle inside of my football, and this circle has to touch the top of my football and the bottom of my football. Then I need to add my pupil, which is a circle inside of this circle. So a smaller circle inside and a smaller circle inside. And if you know, eyes have water on them to protect them, so your eyes aren't going to dry out. That water reflects the light, so anytime there's light around, you'll have a little itty bitty spot where the light is going to be reflected. Alright, that's it for some simple eyes. If you want to get more complicated and add eyelashes or add eyelids, go for it. Let's do a nose. The nose is kind of tricky. So if we're looking at it this way, it's kind of hard to see your nose stick out from your face. So here's how I draw the lines of my nose to make it look like a nose. Now, here's a tip. Your nose at the bottom should be about the same width as your eyeball. So down here on my nose line, at the bottom, I'm going to draw the edges of my nose, the sides of my nose, and these are parentheses. So again, this is about the same size as that. I'm trying to do the best I can. And then if I think about my nose and the bottom of it, it actually kind of goes up into my nostril, and then it goes back down, and then it goes back up to my other nostril, and it goes back down again. And I know my nose is a little bit off center, but I'm going to do the best I can to go up into my nostril, back down, up to my other nostril, and back down again. That's how the bottom of your nose looks. Then I'm going to continue up, because I am going to show the profile. My nose does continue up, so I'm going to go up and up. If you want to shade in your nostrils, you can make it look more detailed if you have time, but here's a simple way to draw a nose. Now I know some of you boys out there are not going to draw a mouth the way I like to draw a mouth. So over here really quick on this sketch pad, I'm going to show you two different ways. The first way is how your mouth really is, because your first lip, your upper lip, does have two bumps in it. So if my upper lip has two bumps, and then it's kind of closed, and then I have my bottom lip, and then it goes like that, that's how a real lips look, because the top has two bumps right there. But I know you boys out there don't usually like to draw lips because you call these girly lips. So for the boys watching this video, I'm going to draw my banana lips. So I'm going to draw a smile, I'm going to draw a bigger smile, and I'm going to draw a smile in between. And it looks like a banana, but this can count as lips as well, because then you have your bottom lip and your top lip. So whether you want to draw these lips or those, it is up to you. So on this mouth line, I'm going to go up, try to make that bump in the line of symmetry. It's kind of hard. And then I'm going to do the bottom part, and then I'm going to draw the middle like that. Alright, now that I have my eyes, my nose, and my mouth, our ears actually start right here where this guideline crosses our head, and then they end right here where our nose line crosses our head down here. So my ears are going to start here, and they're going to go down and touch down there. I'm going to do the same on this side, from my eye line to my nose line. Then my neck. My neck connects where this guideline and this guideline meet where I already have my chinny chin chin. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this down and draw this down. That's how you do your ears and your neck. Now your eyebrows, they go above your eyes. I think they kind of look like worms sitting on top of your eyeball. So I'm going to draw another one over here. Alright, that should be the same mostly for boys and girls. When we get to our hair is where we get a little bit different. So for a boy, I'm going to do it with a blue crayon. I would draw my hairline coming up from my ears, and then depending on how short it is or how long it is, maybe you want to have some short hair. Short hair kind of looks like this. Okay? Long hair would come down longer, maybe over my eyebrows. But make sure you come up from the ear again. Otherwise you would look bald on the side. Girls, if you're doing a ponytail, I would have this line go across. I might have a hair bow, and then I might have my ponytail coming off to the side or wherever your ponytail's going. If I'm a girl and my hair is down, then I'll probably have my hair go behind my ears like this, and it would keep going down all the way to my neck. I know that's hard to see, but boys, I did your hairline in blue. Ponytails, I did it in red. And then our girls with our hair down, make sure you draw your part, and then you can draw your hair down. Thanks guys, that's it for today.